and Now biscuits.
Six killed in Enga province. First USA Education Fair hosted today. And seafaring simulators launched. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for joining us. 6 people were instantly killed and dozens critically injured after gunmen opened fire on a traveling 26-seater bus at the Tabihandas village near Surunki along the electoral border of the Wabeg and Laigab districts yesterday afternoon.
Mr. Tomoriasa has described the incident as sickening and devastating, expressed his continued frustration that lawlessness continues to prevail a year after supposed government interventions. He said payback killings, tribal disputes, and sporadic attacks have unfortunately become the norm in Enga. His statement followed the incident where 6 people were instantly killed and dozens critically injured after gunmen opened fire on a traveling 26-seater public motor vehicle or bus at Tabitani's village near Surunki along the electoral border of the Wabeg and Laigab districts afternoon. A local councillor who wished to remain anonymous said the gunmen were relatives of 2 deceased who were killed last week in Liagam. He said the gunmen who blocked the main Highlands highway signaled the driver to stop, but the driver refused and kept on driving, resulting in shooting the driver, who died after excessive loss of blood. He added that after the driver was shot, gunmen indiscriminately opened fire on the passengers, resulting in the death of the other 5 passengers, as they alleged that these passengers were their enemies trying to escape when the driver did not stop the bus when told to. According to the village leader, who has an eyewitness at the scene, he mentioned that a man from the local area drove the bus with the dead bodies and injured into Wabeg General Hospital in the evening, which is approximately an hour drive from the scene. The dead bodies were lined up outside the outpatients area of Wabeg General Hospital to be identified, while the critically injured were attended to by health workers on night shift. Commenting on this, an elite of Surunki and chairman of Liga Peace Foundation, Anton Make, said, "We cannot tolerate payback killings, retaliation, or ongoing fighting any longer." The victims from yesterday came from different tribes. He called for all to work together to restore peace in Surunki Valley through peaceful means, as they have always done. It is noted that a media brief from the provincial police commanders, Chief Superintendent Fred Yakasa, and State of Emergency Controller Acting ACP Joseph Tondop will be made available soon. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
105 dedicated police officers from Mount Hagen in Western Highlands province were recently promoted by the Police Commissioner David Manning. This ceremony took place yesterday at Kimininga Barracks, which saw the Provincial Police Commander, Chief Superintendent John Sagom, and the Chief Inspector Kelly Sombe officiating the badge.
The 105 deceiving officers from different ranking files have been recognized for their commitment to saving the community, province, and the country. The officers have been ranked with senior inspectors, chief sergeant, senior sergeant, senior constable, and first constable respectively. Among the 105 officers, Dixon Pocoy, who was ranked as Inspector Pocoy, said he is humbled and honored to receive the badge, and he will commit to upholding the values of the police force and serving the people of Western Highlands and dedication and integrity. Meanwhile,
there are many questions we can ask ourselves, and I only have those following, just a few of them. One, now you are vested with authority from first constable or from senior inspector down to first constable. This is authority. You are a manager in your own rights, in your own units.
He further highlighted to the units that the police commissioner is the only responsible person in promoting officers.
The commissioner is the only person who is responsible for promotions, no other person. Commissioner promoted 105 of us here in Western Highlands. It's not me. I'm only doing my job. It's the commissioner of police. He gives promotion. But God gives wisdom to the commissioner to promote people. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, may I take this opportunity to thank the Commissioner of the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary, Mr. David Manning, for promoting 105 police personnel in Western Highlands province. I guess this is history in the making.
He adds the officers to safeguard their ranks when on duty calls within and outside of the province. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
The first ever USA Education Fair 2024 occurred today, bringing together students and stakeholders interested in discovering higher education opportunities in the USA.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. Thank you.
In her remarks, Ambassador Anne-Marie Yestishok emphasized the purpose of the Education USA Fair.
Education USA is the Department of State's network of over 430 international student advising centers. This network promises U.S. higher education to students around the world by offering accurate, comprehensive, and current information about opportunities to study at accredited post-secondary institutions in the United States.
She added, this event also provides chances to explore undergraduate and graduate programs, as well as gain insights into the application and visa procedures. At the fair, representatives from different higher education institutions in the USA were demonstrating and describing their educational programs to individuals looking for education opportunities. Minister for DS, Kino Kafio, emphasizes that this fair represents a dedication to building a strong alliance with the USA to improve the academic landscape in Papua New Guinea.
The presence of a significant delegation from U.S. higher education institutions underscores the shared interest in fostering robust educational ties. Together we can create a vibrant ecosystem that nurtures innovation, research, and student development.
Sharing similar sentiment, the Secretary of Education, Dr. Uke Kombra, believes that offering students from all parts of our country the chance to attend top-notch educational institutions empowers the future leaders, scientists, and innovators.
We believe education is the foundation of our ability to adapt to the fast-changing global landscape driven by the transformation in science, climate change, and technology. We also stand and believe that an investment in education will always have a higher return.
Secretary Combra expressed his thanks to Education USA for this opportunity.
Of people of Papua New Guinea, I extend our heartfelt appreciation for the opportunity to engage in this gathering of minds, ideas, and possibilities.
Gladys Skilla, National MTV News.
The new French ambassador to Papua New Guinea, Pierre Fournier, presented his credentials on behalf of the President of the French Republic, Emmanuel Macron, to Governor General Sir Bob Dadai today at the Government House in the nation's capital.
During the meeting this morning at the Government House, Mr. Fournier said he's honored by the mission that has entrusted him to continue building, consolidating, and deepening the relationship between French and Papua New Guinea. Governor General Sir Bob Dadai told Mr. Fournier that PNG is grateful to count on French as a key partner. He expressed gratitude to French for its support in the transport area and in the preservation of PNG's biodiversity and nature. The Governor General said the PNG government recognized the continued support that French has given in the region through its territories in the Pacific, as well as to PNG through its significant contributions to the European Union. A seasoned diplomat, Mr. Fournier brings with him extensive experience in the Pacific, having previously served as ambassador to Vanuatu. He actively contributed to deepening regional partnerships with nearly 5 years of engagement in the Pacific under his belt. Claire Mauta, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
They wanted them by me plantation house.
Making Dinaman House belong family belong you come true. Winning House wants a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Find one the 10 kg roots rice, find him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you, na drop him inside long entry box long or participating store close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Mipla Halivim Wari belong you.
For generations, our families have enjoyed the fresh taste of Besta from our very own waters. Healthy, tasty, and made by our people for our people. Besta continues to be the pride of PNG because we make sure that all the goodness from our oceans remains in our hands. Besta, PNG's premier household brand.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Number one supay like money belong all member is taplong pela time more time all lusim work pinis. One time number one super retirement savings account. Mipla can invest him na growing money belong you, na you can withdraw or kisim money lo time you need him. All of him you lo making money belong you stop long time more. Kind of same you kisim money yet. That's all you know more work. Number one super retirement savings account. Come looking Mipla now lo save more.
You're watching National MTV News. The Western Highlands provincial government has launched several major impact projects and funded 6 schools with 50,000 kina each, which totals up to 6 million kina in Munglab LLG, Day District. Provincial member Wairapa said these funds and projects were under the provincial government budget for all districts, Day being the first district to launch its projects.
People of Munglamp LLG in Day District welcome the launching of projects in their community, while others are still waiting for such government services to reach them. A community leader, Benny Pora, highlighted that this would be the first time in a long time the district has launched projects and received funding of this magnitude from the provincial government.
Maki Mouse block of people block Day, 26 block councillors. Mibla got more than 87 population. So far, inside Long Day District, Mibla been got plenty of governance stuff. One blood champion politician on some pies with the and the third time Prime Minister from Papua New Guinea. Mibla been serving them long-term governor. But time inside Long Day, Emi up and launch up on the project. Also now you launch him now. Emi history Long Day Council. Thank you, Governor. Why? Making most local people one day, maybe like a people of privilege. Long planted Tibet school. Long Muglam LLG, Kota Tigi, Namala Kitchebi. Maybe like a planted Tibet school, I need long leadership like you. Maybe like I got planted road maintenance, all time Eng Road Muglam. Maybe like I got 3-phase power project.
Meanwhile, provincial member Wairapa said the provincial government is committed and dedicated to service delivery, focusing more on supporting schools. During his first visit to Day District in Mogo Village, he launched several major projects: road upgrades, Ambra to Ketakori to Molga, Eng Road upgrade and Mala Minjim Road upgrade, power projects, 3-phase power project Munglam to Muri Oro, and power commissioning from Ambra to Kotna, rehabilitation of Tenga Bridge, construction of Tibet schools, Kaldong Antioch Tibet, Nunga Ruti Rapeng Tibet and Kimil Tibet, health sectors, Mitiku ambulance vehicle presented, and in education, Molga duplex classroom, Kenembo High School duplex classroom, Kitip secondary track presentation, and 50,000 kina checks presentation to 6 primary schools. During the launching, Rapa assured the people of Day that soon they will elect their new member of parliament so that they can work together in terms of service delivery. Rapa now adds the district CEO and the chairman to work closely with him in the meantime before they elect their new member of parliament.
Thank you. Long member, na me sopla time itla walk one time. This la walk boom yet me like walk one time. One pla member pla day. One pla member pla day. Na district chairman, Jarianis staff. Jarianis sopla time member me dry time. You also staff also chairman. Na district CEO staff, this la you'd not come close to legal me. And you'd not come close to because member me die. Na governor and all people of day vote him member na vote him governor. Honorable Triple Member William Duma Windaki and Jawabaki Emblol District Blolet. But one man next law member die and me governor. But this like cooperation play you mean on been stopped. I'm also me can talk somewhere because some of this like you facing difficulty here. I mean a breakthrough na looking long.
Meanwhile, Jeremiah Pim, a son of the late MP Stephen Pim, appealed to the provincial member to work with the DDA and execute their plans and visions. Edward Luke, National MTV News, Mount Hagen.
P&O Maritime Services at Motucare, just outside Port Moresby, launched a bridge simulator this morning. This is an advanced training tool for young seafarers that will be used to show them what is expected in the sea before they actually venture into the sea.
This is a major milestone for P&O Maritime PNG Business Unit and the introduction of this simulator to the maritime industry itself in PNG. The bridge simulator training master, Captain Jones Dominic, did a bridge simulation trial today after the official launching. The advanced training tool is vital in PNG as the country has an enormous coastline, more than 9 kilometers, deep rivers, including Fly River, and people greatly relies on water bodies for trade, transportation, connectivity, and communication. This was explained by the bridge simulator training master, who further stressed on the importance of this tool.
The bridge simulator over here is one of the most advanced training tool that is available in the market as of today for training our mariners.
This advanced training tool is vital not only for experts but also the cadets.
This simulator comes in a fit to any size kind of a design, which means it works for everybody, starting from the cadets and the trainees who are beginners to sea career, all the way to experts, pilots, and advanced mariners. For our beginners, our cadets, this training tool will be used to show them what the kind of experience and occurrences of a sea life can bring to them before they actually step into sea.
He said the bridge simulator also has an additional application.
This tool also has the additional application for using it for incident investigation, which means we can actually use it to recreate the scenario when something went wrong so that we could actually study the root cause of what occurred.
The general manager said this is an investment to develop the skills of seafarers in PNG.
So this sort of equipment we see a company investing in is building capacity and skilled Papua New Guinean workforce in the country. This is opening our arms as a company to other stakeholders in the maritime industry as well, to see this as something that we can all collaborate on and work together to improve and put investment in our people in the country, especially the seafarers, to develop the skills and expertise in the country so that Papua New Guinea can also get into that world standard.
Esther Gane, National MTV News.
The roadside fuel market service in Wewak, East Sepik province had tripled the fuel prices, selling at 70 kina per gallon for diesel and 45 kina per gallon for petrol as of yesterday.
Puma Energy ceased its operations after their fuel line was cut in an act of hijacking and stealing fuel. This is seen as an advantage for roadside table markets, who sells their fuel for 70 kina and 100 kina in certain areas, causing PMV operators to charge passengers traveling the Sepik Highway from Pasam 10 kina to Maprik 50 kina or 70 kina per head. Officer in charge of the operations, Mr. Henry Mainoho, said the close of business yesterday was an act of a call for justice to prevail as a concern for the company's assets and operations in the province. Mr. Mainoho said Puma had experienced this for a long time and felt it is appropriate that this time the persons involved in that criminal activity should be held accountable through law. The provincial police commander, Mr. Christopher Tamari, confirmed that as a police matter and 2 members of the suspects have been apprehended. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
The International Organization for Migration, in partnership with the government of Papua New Guinea and in close collaboration with the French Embassy in Papua New Guinea and key stakeholders, handed over vital medical equipment and tools to assist communities affected by the Mulitaka landslide in Enga province.
The event marked a significant step in the ongoing efforts to restore healthcare services in the Mulitaka area. The French ambassador to Papua New Guinea, alongside representatives from the United Nations, officially handed over the equipment.
Who have made this their life's work: NGOs, civil protection, sometimes the military, agencies, people whose humility and discretion, nobody's never sees them, are equaled only by the immediate considerable impact they have on the lives of those they help. So you see, we're standing here, we do the talking, but you are the heroes.
Dr. Betty Coker, Director of the Public Health Services Division of the Enga Provincial Health Authority, received the medical equipment and tools on behalf of the Enga Provincial Government, said this medical equipment will significantly enhance their efforts to restore healthcare services.
On behalf of the Enga Provincial Government, the Governor of Enga, Sir Peter Ipetas, the Provincial Administrator, Sansa Stark, the Enga Provincial Health Authority, and the people of Enga, people of Mulitaka, I would like to thank the French Ambassador and the people of France for supporting people of Enga in this time of great need and grief and loss. But we are into the recovery phase now and supplying us with much needed medical supplies, which are very difficult to get. Thank you, IOM, for facilitating this, and thank you, Aspen, for procuring.
The UN Resident Coordinator in Papua New Guinea, Dr. Richard Orwood, highlighted the complexity of disaster risk management in Enga province, noting both the landslide and the broader socioeconomic challenges in the area.
Because what you've donated here today is really critical to the response. It's about the health services and education. These are the 2 areas where communities have not had any access to services for so long because of conflict. It was recently resolved and the landslide came. So that drew attention of all of us to this area. But the need to deliver quality health services is greater than ever. So what we're providing here, and thank you to the government of France for making these supplies available, and thank you to IOM for procuring so quickly, as you always do, and to Aspen for providing the supply route for us. So let's hope that these goods get delivered quickly.
The ceremony concluded with partners reaffirming their commitment to ongoing recovery efforts. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
The Livestock Development Corporation has initiated a cattle deworming exercise to ensure the healthy growth of cattle, which is one of its top priorities following its progressive restocking program.
More than 1,000 cat LDC sites will undergo this critical deworming process to eradicate internal bovine parasites. LDC General Manager Stephen Yangis stated that this veterinary treatment for cattle is a vital part of the growth and development of the cattle industry. He said the exercise, conducted for 3 days, saw cattle treated using Cydectin injection, which is effective against internal and external parasites such as flatworms, lungworms, liver flukes, and cattle ticks. Mr. Yangis added that the deworming exercise is crucial for the livestock industry as it administers a preventative care regime for reducing internal and external parasites and improving overall cattle health. Furthermore, LDC is continuing its ongoing progress in pasture improvement on the ranches that have been recently reclaimed from illegal settlers and rehabilitated. In addition to treating their animals with veterinary supplies, LDC is also involved in breeding and selection for superior genetics. LDC is currently rehabilitating its abattoirs to venture into the downstreaming process space under the MTDP for 2023 to 2027 as required by the government. Gladys Gila, National MTV News.
All ground preparations to stage the Cocoa Show of Excellence in Alotau for the first time are complete for the 3-day event. The event is set for the 24th to the 26th of this month.
The Cocoa Show of Excellence promotes the fine flavor of PNG cocoa and is proudly co-hosted by the PNG Cocoa Board and Milne Bay Provincial Government. It is noted that COEX show committee members and Milne Bay Province Division of Agriculture and Livestock officers and cocoa stakeholders have spent the past 3 weeks preparing the grounds at Alice Wedega Park for the show. The show begins today with a huge vehicle float to begin its procession at East Cape through to Alotau Town, then to Gani Airport to welcome the VIPs. The VIP's delegation involved East Sepik Governor Alan Baird, all Milne Bay MPs led by Opposition Leader Douglas Tomuriesa, Department of Agriculture officials, cocoa stakeholders and farmers arriving from Port Moresby. At Alice Wedega Park, everyone will be welcomed by Alotau Town Mayor Gita Elliott and other Milne Bay Provincial Administration officials. The Top Cocoa Award of Excellence will be awarded on the last day of the show. Alotau member Ricky Morris said the Milne Bay Provincial Executive Council had directed each of the Milne Bay MPs to contribute 250,000 kina each to the show, totaling to 1.5 million. A spin-off from hosting the COEX in Alotau's Alice Wedega Park, the Cocoa Board of PNG has repaired and renovated the Habona Gaige Stadium, building a brand new overhang and repairing and renovating the toilets and other facilities. Gladys Gila, National MTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nesfar market report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2539 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2464, 0.3657 Australian dollars, 0.2206 euro, 36.90 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading higher, copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading higher, the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom more bundles. Top up now.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
It's Oktoberfest at Theodist. Everyday low price. Everything you buy comes with 1-year warranty. And guess what? We have discounted prices with our printers, monitors, and laptops at POM, Lay, and Hagen. Check the retail shops for more details. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Terms and conditions apply. Theodist, proudly serving you for over 50 years.
Payo bong kain heavy long walkabout blong you long displa ground. Tasol also mon pla public servant, healthcare, life insurance na family security blong you emi big plasantin tro. National Public Service New Care Association or PSNA emi partner blong you long healthcare, life insurance na too long strong in financial security blong you. One time PSNA you na family blong you by kisim good plan na quality service. Abay you na too long bayem or bill blong you one time smart card ID blong Mipla. Join in Public Service New Care Association now. Long wana Mipla, it can look out in destiny blong you. PSNA, I mean partner blong you. Long look out in health blong you now. Long come up in good plus sit down blong you. Long behind time.
This Thursday on Sports Scene, we speak to AFL PNG's David Topeni about the upcoming Pacific Cup, and we speak to PNG Commonwealth swinger Robert Derby about his recent performance at the Pacific Championships.
This is Robert Derby from the PNG Commonwealth, and you're watching Sports Scene.
This Thursday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Moving to overseas news, a United Nations report says the Israel-Gaza war has left nearly all of Gaza's population in poverty.
The UN's Development Agency says the war has devastated the Palestinian economy, including in the West Bank, which is now 35% smaller than it was at the start of the conflict a year ago. The agency says 2.6 million people have been placed under the poverty line in 1 year.
Those of you who understand economics should know that for a national economy to lose 35% of its GDP in 1 year is a catastrophe that only happens once in a century throughout history.
Power has been returned to residents across the far west of New South Wales, more than 24 hours after the region's tall backup generator failed.
9:30 last night, some even midnight, and what they're doing is load sharing on the system. So some people have been taken back off so that others can have access to power and so on. So people aren't really confident of the power service that's going to be provided today, and naturally that's led locals to be quite upset and be pointing some fingers at Transgrid, and they're not alone there. They've also told us that they're currently working towards installing temporary poles to their towers. Now, to sort of take a step back, last week this all started, yes, we're talking about a generator that tripped Monday night, but this all began because on Wednesday last week there was a storm that hit the far west, a tornado that took out many towers, and so now they're actually trying to restore the grid itself. So they're telling us that machinery and workers are on site now, and that the design of the replacement line has been completed, so it's just a matter of enacting it, but we don't have a clear timeline for when it will be resolved. They've loosely said November 6th, but we haven't been given any updates over the last couple of days as to whether that's changed.
How are locals coping?
A vehicle was lifted after a truck crashed along the Morgan motorway south of Brisbane. Police are in search of 2 people involved in the crash that led to the vehicle going up in flames.
Well, as you can see behind me, a clean-up operation is still very much underway. We've seen tow trucks come through with parts of the B-double truck and what really is left over of the charred remains. There's been a huge clean-up effort with excavation cars as well, who have been effectively scooping up the ash of all that really remains of this huge inferno. Now, this all really began last night at about 8:15 p.m. Emergency crews were called out to here at the Kingston Road exit of the Logan motorway to reports of a two-vehicle crash, and when they arrived, we've seen from that vision just the Logan motorway completely engulfed by flames. There was those big black billowing clouds that basically drifted above the city's skyline, and at one stage it took about 8 fire and rescue crews here on the scene to completely extinguish the flames. It took about 2 hours altogether. Now, police say that the two vehicles that were involved in this crash were a B-double truck as well as an Audi. Now, the truck driver has been taken to hospital with minor injuries. He's being treated for those, and we're waiting for an update still. But police have really...
Commonwealth head of governments have gathered in Samoa today.
There was a bit of a downpour this morning in Samoa, in Central Apia, which did put a little bit of a dampener on events. But most people here in Samoa are really excited about the prospect of hosting King Charles and Queen Camilla. They're even more excited, perhaps, by the prospect of so many world leaders from across the globe descending on Apia and Samoa. And they really do see this as an opportunity, not just to display Samoan hospitality and warmth, which is, of course, renowned, but also to put a real spotlight on issues which matter to Samoa. And of course, on top of that list is climate change and the existential risks that it poses not just to the Pacific but to the globe. So Samoa's Prime Minister and others say that they really want to use this platform to highlight the fact that it's still too difficult for small states, whether that's in the Caribbean, in the Pacific or in Africa, where much of the Commonwealth hails from, to get their hands on the climate finance that they need. And we certainly heard something similar from Patricia Scotland, who's the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, when she was speaking to the ABC earlier this week.
The thing I know is that we have a choice. We can either work together, swim together, or we can drown separately.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Number 1 supay like money belong all member is taplong pela time more time all lusim walk pinis. One time number 1 super retirement savings account. Mipla can invest him na growing money belong you, na you can withdraw or kisi money lo time you need him. Alivim you lo making money belong you stop long time more. Kaino sem you kisi money yet, that's all you know more work. Number 1 super retirement savings account. Come look in Mipla now lo save more.
They wanted time by me plantation house.
Making Diliman House belong family belong you come through.
Whittam House wants a roots rice. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buying 1 plus 10 kg roots rice, hide him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you, na drop him inside long entry box long or participating store close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
For generations, our families have enjoyed the fresh taste of Besta from our very own waters. Healthy, tasty, and made by our people for our people. Besta continues to be the pride of PNG because we make sure that all the goodness from our oceans, remains in our hands. Vesta, PNG's premier household brand.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Ahead of the World Kickboxing Championships, the team is looking forward to bringing back good results. These remarks were made by the head coach, John Kwiwa, in an interview with Trukai Sports.
Speaking to Trukai Sports, head coach Jim Kwiwa gave insights of the preparations.
Miga believe was all mangi we now Mr. Closilolo miluk mosum ograi train out. Mr. also been of letting down country. Milo make sure we all come on them some good result. Come back lo Spain.
Being an athlete in his time, Kwiwa said he is confident in the team.
I think this time by in the first time Lumilo by go up slow kind of programs. Took the time even at finish. Na mi sawol sa plus slow program so good lad in federation appointing me some at coach lo team go down. Thank you and by me federation.
He also highlighted the support from the provincial government.
The one last pathway now Chimu government will come in now Lumilo spots him. Now start I think by next year program by him to start going inside them. I'll put him in the triple code one time the program blow. Or warriors. Na second amol athletic. Na third amol kickboxing. Now plus the bench program will govern every year. Scaling give me the triple code low. In 18,000 Islam at my first time low. When it's a sample provincial low, I mean, a class of Chimbu at first time long low program. So, made a thank you, government blow no.
I believe also in the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup, it was a very unexpected goal, but it happened, so that's basically that.
Esira said the players are young and said Fiji didn't expect a team of debutants to beat them with 8-6 in their first ever soccer beach match. The young team, hailing from Fisherman Islands, are determined and focused.
They are very passionate and very humble. Whatever we say, they're taking it very seriously.
Esira revealed what team PNG will play against today.
We will be playing against Solomon Islands at 3 p.m. Solomon Islands time today. That's 2 p.m. PNG time. We are expecting to be for Solomon Islands and Tahiti, even Fiji, to come very hard on us. We've been training hard to compete at that level. Yesterday we were expecting Fiji to come hard on us, but the result was in favor of us. Today will be Solomon Islands. Whatever the result is, whatever the scoreline, we have already been preparing for that.
Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
To Rugby League, PNG Kumul's 5'8" Kyle Lebert is ready and preparing for the upcoming Pacific Bowl Championships match against the Cook Islands.
Reece Martin, 6 goals from 6 attempts for their 32 points. For Fiji, 2 tries to 1 break.
In an exclusive interview with Trukai Sports today, PNG Kumul's 5'8" and playmaker Kyle Lebert said the team has been working on its defense and attack. Looking ahead of the match against Cook Islands, he said he is confident in the progress. When asked on the match against Fiji, Lebert said despite having a short preparation period, the defense stood out, resulting in the victory. With another week of training ahead, Lebert stated that the team is focusing on refining the attack to complement the strong defense effort. He said the team is currently on break to rest and recover, which is crucial in the competition. The playmaker is currently in Australia and keeping up with his own training to stay sharp. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break with Overseas Sports. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
The question is, why haven't wages, why hasn't household income not risen in line with the cost of living?
We try to make sure that the prices that business houses charges are not over and above.
It's equipment, you can put it on a ship, on a building.
We all know that right across the country, there's extensive blackouts.
Drastic environmental damage that will start to occur even before the development commences.
Presenting in-depth commentaries, interviews and discussions of the major current affairs issues, both domestically and internationally. Issues ranging across politics, bureaucracy, the environment and economics, as well as health, social and cultural issues.
That's on Monday night, right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
They one time by me Platinum House.
Making Diliman House belong family belong you come true.
Whittam House want a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buy one the 10 kg roots rice, hide him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you, na drop him inside long entry box long or participating store close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Moving to overseas sports. In the AFL, a preseason exciting match is scheduled for the Indigenous All-Stars for next year.
During pre-season next year, it'll be the first time since 2015 an All-Stars team has been assembled. They'll be taking on Fremantle in February at Perth Stadium. The lineup hasn't yet been announced, but it's going to largely depend on whether clubs will allow some of their big-name Indigenous players to take to the field. But Fremantle recruit Shai Bolton is likely going to be facing his new teammates alongside fellow Indigenous docker Alex Pearce and Michael Walsh.
In soccer, Australia lost to Shanghai Port.
Pretty evenly contested match. The Chinese Super League giants, they went into the break with a 2-0 lead though. The Mariners got on the scoreboard in the 60th minute. That was from a stunning shot from outside the box. Shanghai again went out to a 2-goal advantage before a 93rd minute goal from the Mariners clawed back the lead, but by then it was too late. They went down 3-2.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
They one time by me Platinum House.
Making Diliman House belong family belong you come true.
Whittam House want a roots rise. 4 houses, 4 winners nationwide. Buy one the 10 kg roots rice, hide him ticket inside your bag, enter him all details belong you, na drop him inside long entry box long or participating store close to long you. So buy now. Terms and conditions apply.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Number One Super wants Member Super to last as long as possible in retirement. With Number One Super's retirement savings account, you get regular payments while the balance remains invested and continues to grow, helping your super savings last longer. It's like still getting paid even when you stopped working. Number One's retirement savings account. Contact us today to find out more.
For generations, our families have enjoyed the fresh taste of Besta from our very own waters. Healthy, tasty, and made by our people for our people. Besta continues to be the pride of PNG because we make sure that all the goodness from our oceans remains in our hands. Besta, PNG's premier household brand.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
This Thursday on Sports Scene,
We speak to AFL PNG's David Topeni about the upcoming Pacific Cup, and we speak to PNG Como swinger Robert Derby about his recent performance at the Pacific Championships.
This is Robert Derby from the PNG Commons, and you're watching Sports Scene.
This Thursday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Now looking at the weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly sunny to partly cloudy. Popondetta, cloudy with rain shower and possible thunderstorms. To the Momasa region, Ley City, cloudy periods with rain showers tonight. Vanimo, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, occasional rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Buka, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, periods of rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, the 23rd of October, 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
It's Smile O'Clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush our teeth. Time o'clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Smile O'Clock. Time o'clock. So brush, brush, brush. Everybody listen up, up, up. Everybody now brush, brush, brush.
Coming up next at 7 p.m. Kai Time, 7:30 p.m. Skill TV, 8 p.m. Talk Fishing News.